What's going on, traders? My name is Paul. Welcome back to the channel. For today, we're going to be revisiting some of our older trades and break down a strategy where in this particular setup allows us to capitalize a little over $10,000. Now, we're going to share with you our entries, the live trading footage, but more importantly, we're going to break down the strategy and show you how you can make money in these markets by keeping things simple, following basic concepts of technical analysis. A very simple strategy that can yield a lot of profits when used correctly. So if you enjoyed today's video, gain any value, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop into the charts. By the way, folks, if you have any questions or need help, feel free to comment down below. You can also reach me more directly either via email or Telegram. You can access all of my official contact information down below in the video description. Now, the point of interest for today's strategy were a few buy entries that we were taking, as you can see from the screenshot, between 27.54 and 27.56 right here in this area of the market. Now, the number one question you should be asking yourself before you take a trade is, why are you going to take that trade in the first place? And therefore, why did we take these three buy entries in this area? And there are a few reasons to answer this question, right? So first and foremost, looking back a bit, right, getting a bit of a bird's eye view, we can see that the overall structure is bullish. This is important to identify because generally you want to follow the trend that you're in. If you're in a buyer's market or if you're in an uptrend, you should be looking for buys. If you're in a downtrend, you should be looking for sells. We can see that this structure is bullish, and we can also confirm that, just going on a higher time frame, without a doubt, this is bullish structure, right? We are connecting these two pivot points, which align perfectly with these two pivot point touches over here. Coming back to the smaller time frames, we also have a minor counter trend line marking this peak, right, from the most recent highest point. And if we connect it to this point, this is a downtrend. So we have a minor downtrend in the midst of this overall uptrend, which, by the way, we are actually in the process of finalizing a trendline trading masterclass. This is by far the best trendline strategy video you're ever going to see, where we cover all sorts of concepts from how to mark up trend lines correctly to trade trend lines, whether you're following the trend, counter trend lines, personal strategies on how to trade various trend conditions, which will also show you live trading entries as well, how to identify trend reversals and breakouts, and much, much more. Like I said, this is the best trendline strategy video you are ever going to see. It is almost ready. We should have it uploaded at some point next week. So by the time you're watching this video, our trendline masterclass may already be available for you to watch. So when that time comes, I will leave the link to that video down below in the video description. Reason why I'm clarifying this is because what we're going over in today's strategy is relevant to one of the many things that we discuss in our masterclass video. So look out for that video, but let's continue with today's topic. So when we come back to the question, why do we enter for buys in this area, is because, for one, we are looking for trend continuation trades. In other words, we are in a major uptrend, so we are looking for buy trades. But because we have this minor counter descending trend line, what we want to see is price break out of this descending trend line to ensure that the momentum will continue up, which, as you can see in this area, we have not only a breakout, but we also have a retest of this descending trend line. Remember, trend lines can serve as diagonal levels of support and resistance. This was a level of diagonal resistance. Once it broke out, retested what was resistance to now serve as support. Now, speaking about support and resistance, what else do we see that can confirm our entries? Well, if we look to the left, these long wicks from the left, if we stretch them out, look at how they align perfectly with this level of support, this level of support. And then once we had the breakout of the descending trend line, not only did it retest our trend line, but the retest was complemented by this level of support. So as price bounced off of these levels, we entered for our trades between 27.56 and 27.54. So as price progressed, price hit our take profit targets at 27.75, where we closed our trades manually for about 200 pips from our entries, yielding over 11,000 in profit. I share with you my live trading footage for a couple reasons. One, to show you these are trades that I personally take, but also to show you these are not cherry-picked areas of the market that I look for in order to show you how a strategy works. These are trades that I also share within our trading community, which, as you can see from the timestamps, at 12 p.m. So if we look at the chart, 12 p.m. occurred right here at the first retest of the trendline breakout. This was also a valid entry because of the breakout. What was a prior level of resistance from this peak is now serving as support from the rejection of the zone and this long wick. Our students entered here with take profit targets maxing out at around 27.71 for 200 pips. Not only do I make money from these simple setups, but our students and members of our VIP are benefiting from them as well. As you can see from this setup, we're keeping things as simple as possible. We're following basic entry-level concepts of trend lines and support and resistance to enhance our probabilities for accurate entries. Looking for levels of confluences to increase our probabilities. Step 1, we identified we were in a bullish trend. Step 2, we waited for the break and retest of this minor counter descending trend line. Step 3, once we had the break and retest, we looked to see if the retest aligned with a level of support. Once price respected these levels, we took action and we took the trades, which allowed us to capitalize over 11,000 in profit. Don't overcomplicate your trading, keep it simple, which leads to less stress and more profits in your pocket.
All right, traders, that concludes our video for today. Hope you gained some value. Again, if you have any questions, reach out anytime. Don't forget to check out our trading resources down below in the video description. If you want to watch any of our recent uploads, you can check out these recommendations. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.